All right, let's turn to Friday now, December 27th. We've got the Armed Forces Bowl, Oklahoma and Navy to get the day started, noon Eastern. On Friday, December 27th. We've got Oklahoma 7.5-point favorites, 43.5 the total in this game. Of course, the big news is the transfer out of Jackson Arnold, the quarterback for Oklahoma. So it looks like Michael Hawkins, who's basically got a lot of playing time, obviously, second half of the season, is going to be the quarterback here for the bowl game on Friday, December 27th. Hawkins' numbers this year, when you look at the statistics and what he's put together, 48 for 77, 62% completions, 6 games he got into, only 1 touchdown pass, 2 interceptions. So again, he's a work in progress as a pocket passer. There's no question about that. He is definitely someone that, like I said, is definitely right now still trying to grow and mature as a college quarterback. But he's probably going to get this bull start with Arnold, obviously, out of the equation, moving on. I think Auburn is where he went, Jackson Arnold, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be interesting. There's a lot of players in the portal right now for Oklahoma, which means they may or may not play in the bowl game. And I find more often than not those players don't play in the bowl game. But again, not confirmed yet. Just know that there's a lot in the transfer portal, and there's a few more opt-outs that could happen as well for Oklahoma. And by the way, they had a shit ton of injuries. I'm seeing at rotowire.com the depth charts, which I always have up on the screen when I'm doing this show with CMAC. There's like 8-9 receivers that are all questionable, and it's all injury related. Like they were beaten up to shit at receiver.
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
That's been like that all year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So bottom line is you've got maybe a bet against here for Oklahoma in this game. The injuries, the opt-outs, Michael Hawkins, makeshift situation here. One thing I don't do in the bowl season, I don't bet against the service academies. These guys come to play in the bowl game, whether it's Navy, whether it's Air Force, whether it's Army. We've seen these teams historically play very well in the bowl game. Navy gets the big win against Army. Great job by them to get the Commander-in-Chief trophy on Saturday. Winning outright is 6.5, 7-point dogs against Army. They totally outplayed Army. And look, Army, it caught up with them that, they played Notre Dame, physical game, UTSA, Tulane for the AAC championship game, 3 games in a row. Navy was rested coming off a bye week, and it kind of looked that way watching that game last week. But credit to Navy. It's not just that. They just outplayed Army. Now, you could say they're satisfied. I don't know. These, like I say, these service academies, they usually show up and you get their best effort every single time. That's why they've been good ATS teams over the years in bowl games. Any service academy, Army, Navy, you name it. More often than not, they've been a good bet in bowl season. So I definitely Navy or pass for me. Anything above a touchdown. CMAC, what do you think here? Armed Forces Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, just hats off to Navy. We talked about it just when those teams get together.
And there were some doubts that Blake Horvath, would he be healthy going into that game? Oh, he was healthy. He played great. He was outstanding.
He played great. Yeah. And Daly just had his worst game of all year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With all those picks, he just had a rough game. But hats off to Navy. They were able to run all over him, and Horvath, he was great. Everyone will be in there. Like you talked about, for Navy should be all hands on deck. I think you take them. I lean under in this. The problem is just who's in, who's out for Oklahoma. Like, it's all the whole offense here. And of course, you just said Jackson Arnold. I mean, who's going to play quarterback? Is Hawkins going to transfer too? I didn't look him up. Has he already hit that as well, Savannah? That was the lone.
Oh, he's still there. Casey Thompson's still there as of right now.
Thompson, yeah, okay.
Yep.
But Jackson, they're all gone. The couple of these linemen aren't going to play, and few linebackers. There's going to have a lot out. This is one that you'll want to look at real late. I lean under a little bit. Navy's just going to run the football, and I don't know what we get. The thing is, bowl games just could be they're just a little bit different than the regular year. This could be a weird game that has a bunch of points. I don't really see it. Oklahoma played really to unders all year long. So, and we don't know who's really going to play on offense at all. I mean, like you talked about, these wide receivers are already transferring out. They didn't have any to begin with because they were injured. So I'm like, I don't even know who's going to play there. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye on this as far as Oklahoma, because like I say, between opt-outs and portal transfers and injuries to the receiving corps, like you keep an eye on who's going to actually play for Oklahoma closer to the kickoff.
I mean, the tight end should be out.
Yeah.
Sharp. I mean, everyone. Yeah.
So definitely that's something to monitor.